Okay. Hello. Welcome back, folks. Roth here. Got the Switch Online app open. Want to showcase this again. They added Donkey Kong 64 to the N64 app on the Switch Online, which is great. Feel like took a better time for them to finally add it. But there's also a Yoshi and a Mysterious Book collab with Tetris 99, which is Phantom. Icons for the new Yoshi game as well. And also Ball Pit is free to play as part of game trials if you have Switch Online. Let's boot up into some Mario Kart World. I updated my Switch profile icon to the Yoshi one. New set that they added, which has a Yoshi in a bubble. Meanwhile, I got my own cam here in the bubble. Let me see if we can get the audio to pop up now. Gotta disable it real quick. Re-enable. Yeah. For some odd reason, that's how this capture goes about when the time that I go live is that sometimes it captures the video without the audio, so I have to like disable and re-enable it in order to refresh the drivers for it to pick up. But yeah, a little bit of troubleshooting there. Hopefully that is the most of it. Let's log in and do some more online races tonight from our Kart World. This is only on Nintendo Switch. Tis also National Hamburger Day, aka National Burger Day, and also Beef Burger Day. Yeah, so different variations of the burger, but I think I just shortened it to just Burger Day, hashtag Burger Day, so this is why we have the sticker to represent Burger Day. Yeah, because I figured, you know, this game would be the game to do it. If I were to think about past games, what games featured a burger? Alright, Kart World. So let's get some races in. I'm currently back at 7,500 points, 7,557 palindrome there. I could do some knockout tour, I'm not sure. I'm not too into the knockouts, nor the battle. Frankly, I don't think anyone else is up to do some multi, so it's just me hopping on to do some random races on a Thursday night. So let's see, who did I have again? Was it the Koopa? Oh man, it doesn't show. Okay, yeah, I think it was the Koopa, or was it the Camera Bro? I don't remember anymore. Kind of want to go in as, let's try this guy here. Or if there's a burger serving outfits, like that would be awesome. And I believe that there was something. I guess the sightseeing Mario one would be a great one as well. What's another burger? Daisy's hat there kind of resembles a burger. Alright, I gotta choose this quick. Let me see. 5 seconds. Go as the cow. Ooh. Let's go to Yoshi. Whatever. Yeah, we have a limited amount of time to select our setups there. Straight off to Moo Moo Meadows. Look at that. Talk about beef burger day, eh? Straight to the food source. Alright. We're currently live to Twitch, YouTube. No longer DLive because DLive is shut down. Kick, Picardo, Valora, Rumble, Soup, and Beam. I think I've got everything there. Alright. We're representing the burger today. Also as part of our 18th streamiversary, celebrating 18 years of streaming video games to the internet, dating back to Ustream 2008. Lost Winds was one of the first video games we streamed in the modern way on a streaming website. Lost Winds was an old WiiWare game, and the day that it released, that was the day that I broadcasted it to Ustream. And there's some archive footage of it on the YouTube page. And also we're tying it with stream, or tying the stream with St. Jude's charity. So we have a few days left until the end of May, when the campaign ends. But we'll still celebrate our streamiversary. We'll continue to go through the month of June, because in a few days my Twitch account would calculate towards 18 years. Originally it was a Justin TV account, which is the or was the parent site for Twitch. Way back in the day, I used to stream on there. So back in 2008, there was Ustream, there was Blog TV, Modulus, Justin TV. There were a few other sites. Stickcam was another one. But even back then, streaming video games wasn't very popular. There were a few people up there, but it's not as popular as how it is nowadays. Ooh, got a mushroom. Mega mushroom. Baby Goral. There we go. Ooh, went right past him. Here's Moo Moo Meadows. Oh man, I'm gonna have to avoid all the swoops. They're not gonna nerf swoop, then I'll have to just, you know, butt out of the lobby and avoid them altogether. If there's more than like 5 swoops in the lobby, then I'm more likely to disconnect from a lobby. Oh, I don't have my mooring anymore. I'll take it. This came out of nowhere. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ooh, plus 27 points. Here are some commands over on Twitch and YouTube side. Streamiversary. Not sure why the stream elements is not reacting to that quicker. Yeah, it should be a command, but I'm not sure why it's not coming out. I'll put anniversary. To anniversary? The anniversary comes out. I don't think it's updated though. And then we have St. Jude command as well. Over on the left corner there's some artwork slideshow done by some of the patients of St. Jude. Let's go to Crown City. Every for the past few years, we've been tying the St. Jude's to streamiversary. Helps pay for the expenses, where the parents doesn't have to, you know, pay for travels and whatnot, which is nice for the charity. I'm sure there's a command for Kart World, but I'll input this to the chat real quick. No. Ba-da-ba-bum bum bum bum. Doesn't pop up, then we'll do Kart World search channel. There should also be a playlist for this specific Mario Kart game over on the YouTube side, as well as some of the other iterations of Mario Kart that I featured in the past. Yeah, this capture is not as clean of a capture. I think it uses an older image format or video codec to capture the image, so it may look a little bit I'm not trying to describe it, a little messy. So it's not as clean as it's just more like lower quality, I want to say. It's like capturing like imagine saving a JPEG like back in the early 2000s, continuously uploading JPEG image to like a MySpace page or a Zynga page or something, and then saving it to the hard drive and then uploading it again, where the image would get compressed over and over. So doing that multiple times, I think that's kind of how the image looks here with this capture. So this has something to do with the video codec that compresses the image in that way to make it look that way. Oh my gosh. These guys are popping out of nowhere. Oh my gosh, Donkey Kong. Can't you hit someone else? It's like no one else was around him. Oh, I could have gone on the ramp. Hello. Let's get that Donkey Kong back. Yeah, you want that hit? Huh? That guy's username was #1 with cheese. Sounds burger related already. Oh man, the fire ran out so quick. I feel like they should do a variant of the fire and ice. It's good that they brought in the ice flower. I think that would probably be one of the new ones that they added. And they brought back the Mega Mushroom as well. Come on, speed up. If only they had given me that a little sooner. It's very mid. Not too far off. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, let me see if I can actually change my character. Let's get the Koopa Troopa. We got the burger sticker. Details. Yeah, I think This bike is alright. I feel like we could do a little bit better. High acceleration. I want to try this one, see if acceleration would be any better. Like, this one's okay, but let's try this one. This one pushes the acceleration even more. Just by a little bit. Koopa Troopa. There's our home course, I guess. Koopa Troopa. At the beach. Pew-pew-pew, pew-pew-pew. Alright. It's a nearly full lobby. Man, looks like I'm the only one that has a burger on the sticker. Do they know it's Burger Day? Should we tell them about it? Man, when you're on the grind there, it doesn't seem to catch up with the other characters. The speed for this bike is not all that fast. It's still very low compared to the others. My gosh, should just use the Mega Shroom. Driving backward. Driving forward, but looking backward. Ba 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 ba. Whoa. Excuse me? Look at Donkey Kong. The same guy again. Same guy trying to bump into me. It's like he's got beef. It's like he's got a beef burger. Where's the beef? The old Wendy's. What's that burger right there? Oh snap, are we gonna get it? Oh, it can get up in there. Whoa, look at this triple burger. Oh, I would love to screenshot this. Man, I guess I could, but I want to get it like when it's like cinematic looking. Okay. Can we use this 3 times? This is great. Watch it here. Trying to deliver a burger. 3 burgers even. Man, I can see the bacon on there. Bacon, lettuce, tomato with cheese, and beef. Although I feel like I'm like last place right now. Alright. That's fast enough. Yeah, I don't think I'll get another one of those for a long while. Here we go, here we go. Snowflake's catching up. Now it's my turn. So close to the end, I think. Ooh, and a golden shroom, huh? See that red shell? Oh my god. Sun good? Nice. Looks like we're going backward. Oh, I think I could just ramp off that. No! I got shocked. Let's grab these coins while we can. No, 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 no! Ooh. Good. As long as we're in the top 10, we're in good hands. Number 1 with cheese, please. I think they're up to something. That username. Where's that #1 with cheese? I don't know what character they're playing, but I want to find them. Where are these shells coming from? Oh, there. I found him. #1 with cheese. Can you see my burger? Look at my burger sticker. Oh, he just drove off. Alright, Mario Circuits. This is the one with the drive-in. So you can actually grab a burger while you're there. Oh, I see. It's the swoop player that's doing that. Let's see. Shall we deliver some shells to him? Oh man. Koopa Troopa. Oh, someone's got the Yoshi sprites from Super Mario Kart. It's pretty cool. It's very small too. Can't really see the icons as much. I feel like they need to increase that in a future update. And again, first by the swoop. Swoop is the meta currently. Watch out, Yoshi. I don't want to hurt ya. Oh my gosh. Baby Peach there. Wow. All those coins. Bum 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 bada bum bada bum. Oh. That red shell just like fell right on top of my head. Oh my gosh. Man, everyone is just... There's no manners. No manners at all. I'm also using the Switch 2 Pro controller, by the way. Yep. Get your own shrooms. The Mega Shroom. Oh man. It's like racing right by the bullet bill. Here's our chance. Oh my gosh, the ice and fires. Come on. Ooh, look at that burger hat. You know what? I'm gonna have to look for that burger hat. We gotta get that burger hat. Oh, it's a Toad. Okay. Alright. So maybe we'll go with Toad. And get that burger hat going. See, at least someone knows. I think there's at least like 2 people who are aware that today's Burger Day. Right there, that guy right there. He's right above me. I knew there was something burger related for the outfits. And there's one right there. Look at that. Oh, I'm gonna have to replace the thumbnail. Oh, he swapped. Let me see. Let's see if I have that. There's the cow one. Oh, I think I might have to unlock it. I thought I did. Oh, here's the Yoshi one. Food Slinger. Yeah? Hold on. Where's the burger hat one? Man, I don't see it. Maybe I just don't have it unlocked yet. Yeah, there's another Toad here, but we won't know what that would be until we head to the place to unlock it. Alright. I'll just go with that Yoshi. Oh. Now I really want that Toad skin. I gotta figure out where to find it. Maybe I'll do like a free roam after this. There's Yoshi's. Oh my gosh. There goes my red shell. Thanks for the bump there, sweet. Oh, I feel like I could have let out one of the bars there. The beans. Oh my gosh. With all these tricks, you think that you get a big boost as you land, but you don't. They don't make the game that way. Whee! Oh, no boost for doing all those tricks? Another boomerang. Why? Can they give me like mushrooms or something? Oh boy. Man, what a bump. Whoever this baby Peach is, they're just like my shield, breaking all those barrels there. I like how they added the Donkey Kong tune. Here we go. Oh, I just used up all my shrooms there. Oh, come on. Oh boy. Get out of here. Oh well. It's our last chance. Oh my gosh. Well, we tried. At least the matchmaking is a little bit better now. I'm seeing a lot of 7,000 point players, so that's good. Almost a full lobby too. Yeah, I don't seem to have the burger hat one. It would be neat to play as Toad with the burger hats. So maybe this will be our chance to possibly get it. Let's go with the pipe one. Yeah, in order to get it, you have to play as Toad, because it's a Toad outfit. And I don't think it's supposed to be Toadette either. I think it's gotta be a regular Toad. So hopefully we can unlock it. As we've been unlocking a whole lot of costumes. More recently, I think. Oh, speaking of which, let me see if we can get a hamburger hats for the me avatar. Which I think I may have to edit a little bit. But if it's not pre-edited yet, I'll have to resize it when I can. Cheeseburger? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Whee! Oh! I meant for that to go to that Pauline player, but I just swerved to like the wrong person. I forgot that you actually do a trick when he jumps up and stuff. The Mecha Donkey Kong. Robo Donkey Kong? Whatever his name is. Oh my gosh. Oh! They're the race. The manta rays. And actually perform a trick off their backs. It's kind of like in Fast Penguin. Fast Penguin also has the same thing. They would add the manta rays. I was thinking to hop on to Fast Penguin today, but I think I might save it for tomorrow. It almost would have been like 4 other games. Ball Pits is free to play currently. It's up on Switch Online Game Trials. I think up until June 1st, so I kind of want to get a little bit of that in. Because I haven't played it yet. Oh my gosh. So I still have the vehicle there. Hovercraft. And then Fast Penguin was the other one, which has a farm update. I haven't seen anyone play the farm update yet. But apparently it's available now, the feature. I'm assuming it's just like a farming mode, so I'm curious to see how that looks. Then again, I don't think there's any hamburgers in that, so I'll probably save for tomorrow or something to maybe check out. Man, the developers of that game continues to put a whole lot of content for that into one free-to-play game. Here's my star. And then also Tomodachi Life, I wanted to check up on that. I did hop onto it momentarily just before I went live, just to collect my my dailies in the fountain, and that's about it. Alright, let's see. It's a good time to use this. Whee! Oh, they passed over here. I've never even gone up here before. That's pretty wild. Oh, I could have used it right there. I knew I should have waited just a tiny bit, because there'll be cases where someone would have like a lightning. Something good here. Please don't hit me. See, I'm only gonna use the Mega Mushroom first, rather than after. Oh well. If I had the Mega Mushroom first, or would I have I don't know, line up closer to 10th spot or something? Because the Wario was right next to me. He bumped into me too. The little banana animation. Bow, 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 bow. But yeah, if only they would update this game a little more to updates to provide a way to share the lobby IDs, no matter which lobby you're in, whatever mode you're in, as long as this is, it's an online mode. Simply just having a lobby ID in the pause menu here would be great. That way, if there's enough space, you can invite people in. Easy peasy. Kind of like how Fast Penguin would be. It's much easier with Fast Penguin, and you don't need an Epic Games account in order to go in to a lobby. So they made it much easier now. And I kind of prefer that game compared to this one. Due to, the amount of content that's in the other game. Whereas I feel like there's a lot of room to improve with this iteration of Mario Kart. Mewtwo. Looks like Bowser's Castle is up next. So it's gonna get sweaty. Like that flag there is made to look like a fiery Bowser. Silhouette Bowser. Coins for everybody. Only had like 10 coins from that. Oh man, was I not hurt by the lava? Oh my gosh. I nearly messed that up. I almost bumped into the wall there. Come on. I don't know if the horn would attack against the lightning, or protect me against the lightning, or not. It's never happened by accident. Oh my gosh, Pauline. The same Pauline from before. Oh, here we go. Get your skins. Oh, they turn into a coin coffer. Rode into the lava. Oh my gosh. Stray shells. I almost messed up again. No! Oh my gosh, I almost lost it there. One more lap. I don't know if I can maintain top 10 right now. We're gonna need some good items to catch up. And some coins. Toad sound. 84. Oh my gosh! Wow. Do not go over the bump when you have that much speed. You'll just fly off the course. Is that good? Oh my gosh. Alright, I guess I'll take 9. Oh boy. 8th, even. That's rough. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. 29 points. Why is there a 9,000 point player in our lobby? Why is that? I feel like the matchmaking should only allow folks within the same range of numbers, you know, scores. So if I have like 7,000, you know, I should be racing with others who are also 7,000. So they should rank it like that. So you start off with like 3,000 as a base. I guess as you lose points, I don't know what the least number is. Could it be 0 if you continue to end up in last place over and over? Would you eventually go back to 0 points? I don't know. That would be an achievement if one were to try that. Because even that, I feel like is kind of challenging to do. It just takes time. Maybe not as challenging, but it just takes time to do so. But I've seen folks who are like 9,000, just like what we saw just now, who would appear in the lobbies where like most of everyone else would be like 7,000. In this case, majority of racers here are 7,000 point players. A couple were like 8,000, but to have a 9,000 point player in the lobby is like, how does that make sense? Like, there's got to be something wrong with the matchmaking. And then you got people who are still in the 3,000s that are in here, so I don't know. So they have to fix the matchmaking a bit. I mean, if the points are anything to go by, you know, like why even mix them all up? But even if they don't have like a point system like that, then could they have come up with a different goal and a reason for us to play online, you know? Other than points, other than gathering points, could there be anything else they could add for us to gain, you know? Could there be like sticker unlocks or stamps or something? Maybe like accessories for vehicle decors, you know? But I guess that would be the stickers. I guess along with that, I mean, we still get costume unlocks as long as we're, you know, continuously grabbing those food items. You get those costume unlocks and whatnot, but that goes along with any mode. So aside from, you know, playing multiplayer, like what would be the reason to hop online for Mario Kart these days, you know? They have to think about like what additional things they could add. That would give us a reason to hop online. Aside from the competitiveness of it. I mean, that is the first thing we think when it comes to online multiplayer. In any online multiplayer game. It's the challenge and competitiveness, but to keep us going, it has to be something else that we can probably unlock and earn. Daily challenges, or if they roll back to Mario Kart Wii back in 2008, we would have online boss fights. But nowadays we don't have that for this iteration. Man, didn't get any good items there. But yeah, boss fights would be cool. I think if we can do like time trials, submit your score or times. I mean, that's still a thing, but they don't have like global competitions like how they did for the Wii Mario Karts from 19 years ago, you know? The two Paulines here. Oh yeah, #1 with cheese. Oh, they swapped. See, that's a player like when they continuously swap characters. Oh, they swapped to the Contour. Nice. I really played Contour as much, but he was pretty fun to unlock. His 3D World character, I think. Yeah, give us like a pokey boss fight or something. There was a if I can view the map, there was a an enemy that pops up in the P switches when you activate a P switch over at the desert. In the middle of the desert area, there's this P switch that activates. I mean, upon activation, you get to do like this mission, and there's like a giant enemy that swirls around. That's a quicksand area. Like something like that, I think would be cool for like an online competition. Submit your scores and whatnot, and make it like a either bi-weekly or monthly sort of competition. I think that would be neat. Making it monthly, I think, would be good. And then allow us to like earn points for the My Nintendo account. I think that would be neat. Platinum points, you know? Just for even participating. And thus far, they've only done like one competition for Mario Kart World. I know Europe has done like a few of them compared to the North American one. So just by participating in a single online race, you get to earn like 200 platinum points for the My Nintendo. If only they do more of those, that would be, you know, I'd be more than willing to hop on to do some races. Bing, 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 bing. The music for this is great. The beat. I got shrooms too. Dr. Rudo. Oh my gosh, these guys got reds. Alright, I guess I'll be 5th, 6th? My gosh. 5th. I'll take 5th. Seven, 7664. Almost became a palindrome. Another one. Is it #1 with cheese? It is. #1 with cheese, please. Oh, you can kind of see it. There's a sticker on the pipe. The burger sticker. Kind of see a little bit better now. Oh, I like how the going into the engine, you can see the POW logo. It's like there's a lever slash valve. It's pretty cool. Then on the front is the Toad logo. Hello, baby Rosalina. The Bowser Jr.'s got the banana logo. Actually, there's two of them that has the banana stickers. Oh. If I could hit one of the bananas instead. Oh, try to drop it in the item block, eh? Thanks, Pauline. Oh my gosh. Got ran over by the DK again. We're going up. Going up. It's nothing. See the same snowflake. Oh, these guys just shortcut through like that. I should have done that. Ooh boy. I might have escaped a boomerang or something. I think I just like rode over someone. Wow. What? Man. I got hit by the Mega Toadettes, I think. Oof. Made up 27. Apparently the 9,000 point player is still in our lobby. Taking top spot each time. Here, let's change lobbies. Actually, I kind of want to get the burger outfit if I can. Let's do free roam real quick. See where I can find the burger outfits. Stop by all the Yoshi fast foods. And surely it may be under Toad that we can unlock that. Ooh, some stars falling over there. Starfall. Oh, there's a key switch over here. Not sure if I've done this one yet. I think I've done some nearby ones, but not necessarily this one. Zigzag downhill to reach the goal. No, this is a fairly easy one. Okay. Oh, we got an icon there. Crown. There is the Peach Beach over there. Not sure if that's the spot for the burger or not. Just saw a star just shooting down there. Wonder what landed there. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Just gonna find out what that was. Seagulls. Banana cup. Oh, we got some skews. Captain Toad. I guess this part is still considered part of Peach Beach, right? No sign of the star, though. I feel like it's like it might have been a different star, not necessarily like, you know, regular star like this. Oh wait, looks like there's oh, the dragon is over there. I just see a bit of the dragon going up and down. Seagull. Hold on. How do you do photo mode? Oh, there you go. Look at that seagull. Look at that seagull. It's a shame that it's nighttime now. There was a shot that I took, I think sometime last year. Great photo of like a bunch of seagulls all lined up in a row, flying across the beach and stuff. It was a pretty neat shot. Oh. I could show it in the gallery, but we'll have to like browse through it to find it. Whirlpool. I feel like we gotta be around like the desert area to maybe find the burger outfit. I don't think we can find it in these parts. Check to see what this one has. More skews. Triple skews. Okay. Triple skews. Oh man, they got like shrimp, they got corn, onion, mushroom in there. I think there's a tomato on one of them. It's like a little wiener there too. A sausage. Daytime. Wow, look at all these stars just falling out of the skies. Pity bugs. Wow, that looks like shiny. Oh, the Super Koopas up there. So this is where they hang out? Look at a feather. The feather's falling down. Oh, where'd they go? I just saw them fly around. Oh, they're there. We don't often see these guys. Look at that, they're out there. Look at that, they're doing like tricks and stuff. That's pretty neat. These guys right here. Doing loop-the-loops and stuff. Yeah, we don't often see these guys. They got their capes and stuff. Oh, we can't reserve that item. I mean, there's only 3 of them now. Ooh, let's go over there. Oh, there they are. What the heck? What are these guys doing here? Hello? Super Koopas? They're not. I just realized they're not wearing pants. Or are they not wearing pants? Alright, let me check out this this restaurant here. This one have burgers? Ice cream. Okay. I mean, we have the ice cream already. Oh, we got it! How in the world? We got it. Oh man, we got the burger outfit. I thought it was an ice cream shop. Well, there's a burger. Burger outfit for Toad. We got it. We're gonna need to head to a fast food restaurant somewhere that has a burger symbol on it. I mean, this area is nice too, but get some scenic shots and stuff, like this one here. There's a seagull up there too. Here, I'll snap one here, and then we'll look for a spot to the expressions. The crying toad. I think I like this one here. Yeah, look for another spot where I can snap a good photo. Oh, there's another restaurant over here. Could this be the oh, more skews, eh? Looking for a specific Yoshi's that has burger on there, on the menu. Oh. No. You know, what if they continuously add more costumes to the characters, you know, first unlock. That'd be great. Well, let me see if I can grab the lunch bag here. Hey, Yoshi. We got some SKUs. Nice. You can see the shine of that bag. Hey, the Dravenger. Very shocking that the game has had 0 content update. Yeah, I feel like they're really stretching it as far as they can, and not having to worry about whether or not this game would sell. It does still sell even without updates, so they're testing the waters for sure. It's like how they don't drop down the prices for the hardware, right? So they're testing it out on this specific title as well. It's a business strategy, and I know that majority of consumers would not understand that aspect when it comes to business decisions. Only a person who takes business as their what do you call it? If one were to be in the business field, they would understand the business choices that Nintendo makes. And this goes with any company, you know, like certain companies make certain decisions, and it's confusing when, or I guess to a lot of people that, for example, in the gaming space, you know, like why does a company does this, does that, and when it comes to like Nintendo's side, like I don't know, it's part of their strategy, I think, and it takes a bit for folks to understand the reason Nintendo specifically make these choices, or any company make certain choices, you know. We can kind of see the obvious choice, you know, like certain things in past generations, like why Microsoft bought Rare, you know, and we know why. They want access to those IPs like Donkey Kong or Star Fox or, you know, GoldenEye, James Bond, or whatever. And then without them even understanding how the industry works, even back then, when they were starting out with the Xbox 360, you know, they were just putting out game consoles for their first time stepping into the gaming industry. But without knowing that, oh, I thought we bought Rare because we thought we are gonna get Donkey Kong, but no, it doesn't work that way. So that's how you can tell, like, when a company's like new to the you know, that space, right? So like, I don't know. Then again, like gobbling up smaller companies, that is it's very common in, I guess, in the industry. When companies partner up or becomes part of a bigger company, such as Microsoft, you know. So it's like you think that things would go right. Ooh, look, this one. Oh, this one has pizza. Okay. Like things would go right for, you know, under certain circumstances, but the result was lackluster. You know, they were putting out like Viva Pinata brand new IP, but it's not like an IP that you would expect from Rare, you know. So we didn't get, first of all, we didn't even get a new, like a proper Perfect Dark. We got Perfect Dark, but it wasn't the Perfect Dark as it was on the 64, you know. But it was a prequel, Perfect Dark Zero. Was that a prequel? I think it was a prequel. But it didn't really live up to what Perfect Dark was on the 64. And we didn't get a new like Killer Instinct or Battletoads until much later. But the Rare that was there was no longer the Rare that we thought, you know, that we had. Because at that point, Rare had already split up, as Microsoft was, you know, taking control of the company. Oh, let me check this spot. Oh, there's another pizza shop. Okay. See, if only there was a way to. How do you do the map? I've got to do the map thing. Nope, not that one. This is photo mode. Okay, that's a rewind. How do you bring up the map again? Oh, it's the Y to bring up the map. So I think the hamburger area must have been like either around these parts here. I'm trying to remember. There's still Mario Circuit that I haven't got all the tiles for. I would assume Movie Meadows would have some hamburger stuff. Let's go over here real quick. There might be ice cream. I think I recall there being ice cream there. Not necessarily burgers, but let me check Crown City real quick. Then you got Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts. Yeah, another example there. So you get all these like lackluster titles that, you know, a big downer for folks that were grateful for, you know, some of the past outings from Rare, right? Ooh, here we go. There's a burger joint right here. Oh, this would be a great spot right here. Yeah, let's do a screenshot here. Again, whenever I'm in this this game, it's like there's like I'll take some moments to do some photography. So look at this. Oh, we got pickles this time. What the heck? The other one we had like a triple burger with bacon, triple bacon burger, like stacked on top, like 3 different burgers. And now we got a different variant with pickles on it. Lettuce, tomatoes, cheese, and pickles. A double cheeseburger right here. Oh, the music. Actually, I feel like the that outing for Perfect Dark wasn't too bad. It was just nothing like the original game on the 64, you know? I didn't really get to play much of the 360 one, but it was, I believe it was a launch title, right, for the 360, if I recall? If not close to being a launch title. I believe it might have been, yeah. It might have been a launch title. Grab another one of these. Meow. But it wasn't too bad, because it still had multiplayer and stuff. Oh, this will be a great shot here. I think it's better to get it from the side here. Like how low res the image is. You can kind of see the the compression or the pixelization for the image there. Oh, please don't mess up the sign. Dang it. I think I made the sign disappear. Oh man, I'm gonna have to come back. Over here's not bad either, but I think because I bumped into this sign, it must have disappeared. I'm gonna drive around this area, see if there's any more. Someone's bike. Let's see if the sign comes back. Nope. Not back yet. I do like the P switch that's over here. Get to drive up to the top of the building and stuff, which is pretty neat. That building up there. Do the hoop, the timer. There's the park. This place is pretty fun. Kind of reminds me of Central Park in New York. Oh wow, what's happening up there? There's the copter, I guess. Copter and the jet. I've gone up there before. It's pretty neat. Banana. Oh yeah, this is where you can get some Pringles chips in the bag. The vending machine. Wow, all sorts of stuff. Some fries, chicken. Chicken and fries. Yeah, some really fun P-switch missions in this one. This park. Oh, the sign's back. Nice. The one place we can find some burgers. Let's not bump into it this time. Be-doo, 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 be-doo. I feel like it should be facing the other way. Not the best angle here, but I feel like the crane and the tree is kind of in the way. I'll try to take like multiple shots until I find the good shot, the good angle. Would be nice to have that plane in the sky earlier. It's one shiny looking burger. Yeah, I think like this way or something. Let's have him face this way. Whoop. Boop, 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 boop. Doesn't look like he's like facing towards the camera. Keep thinking the ZRs are the zoom in, zoom outs. There you go. Good one. I get the framing right. Yeah, I think we're good. Sometimes the camera angle's a lot better. Like once you resume, but when you're in the photo mode, it's like not. You can't get the right angle when you're in the photo mode. Man, that burger. Makes me want a burger now. Alright, let's go back to races. Super Mario 64. We got the burger hats with the burger outfits. Ready to serve. Oh, look at that. Burger Bud. He's got like a little flag on top of it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's go with that. I don't even know if Toadette even has this. I know she has the ice cream one, which we unlocked early on. But this is a neat variant for Toad. Let's go find a great vehicle to deliver this. Rally bike. I don't know if there's another like food related vehicle. Brown City. Ooh, some fries? Would you like fries with that? Oh man, you can actually see the details of the restaurant here. It's like the walls are peeling off. You can see the brick inside. That's pretty cool. Drive in. Drive through. Oh, imagine if they add a drive-in location. That would be awesome. Oh, I should be on the other side. Yoshi's. Yoshi's all waving. I want a burger hat. Yeah, can we get a vanilla shake? This is all making me hungry now. And some onion rings, please. Yeah, he is pretty big. I mean, that goes for a lot of the NPCs that are the racers. because you would pass by like some of the models for Monty Moles or Boomerang Bros, and they appear much larger than the actual playable models. But yeah, like even these Shy Guys they're slightly bigger than the actual ones that you can actually select to play as. But they appear even bigger, but they seem like they're bigger because, you know, we've already chosen Toad to play as. And Toad already being a small character. But yeah, that's just how to do it, I guess. The way to make it appear as if this, you know, this entire Kart World map is like a big open world. So of course the characters would look that size. But it's pretty neat how they animate. They're like programmed in their own way. Back when this game was brand new, I've seen some YouTube channels would analyze what happens with some of the NPCs as they walk about in the open world. So all the Shy Guys or Sniffets that walk along the streets, they would just follow their routes. They would take the bus, they would get off the bus at a totally another location that is like across the map and whatnot. I've done my own exploring when this game first came out, and I would follow some of the Shy Guys and Yoshis that would hop onto the boats and the planes. There's even some NPCs that would walk into the planes and board those planes, and they would fly off from that salty city location, the one with the mermaid Birdo statue, and they would fly up all the way towards the Bowser Castle, which is very odd. From that location all the way up across the map, and I would make my way. And this is all in free roam, by the way. I would land on that plane and fly on that plane, and then I could see for myself where the plane would land. So I would make my way all the way up to that Bowser Castle spot, and then eventually I would just fall off because of how the plane would turn to its side. So eventually the player that would be, what do you call it, that would be hitching a ride on that plane would eventually just fall off anyway, because the plane would just tilt to the side and you would just eventually fall off. But they thought about that. I feel like the developers thought about all the things. Each individual object is carefully placed. The NPCs, each of the objects. Ooh, that was a nice one. Just avoided the lightning shot. Oh my gosh, look how big he is. Oh my gosh. Had to take a couple screenshots there. Oh, that's a very burnt burger. Oh, here we go, here we go. Nice. But yeah, there's like a moments like that where I would just like continuously explore, you know? And I feel like I've done a majority of that already, where there's not much else to explore, to further try, you know? I feel like they could have built the map even bigger, you know? Because even after that first few months of its release, I've already gone through pretty much everything, you know? I'm already on the fence of wanting another world to explore. You know, give me like a Zelda world. Let me explore Hyrule. Maybe not in the way of like Breath of the Wild or open air Zeldas, but like it would be neat to race across Hyrule. Adjust it in some way where it's like unique to the realm of Mario Kart, you know? But then, I don't know, Could they turn this game around to not be a Mario game? I don't know. It could be a Nintendo Karts. Super Smash Karts, you know? But I feel like, I don't know, giving us like a Zelda world would be straying farther away from the Mario Karts, you know, labeling or branding. It still would be exciting though, just to explore Hyrule. Even if we've already seen it in the open air Zelda games, but how about giving us some underground areas or somewhere up in the skies, in space, as we explore Corneria in Star Fox or something, you know? Would Star Fox ever be playable in Mario Kart? You know, would we see Link return as a playable character? Or even Captain Falcon? I don't know. The Blue Falcon ever return? At least we got Rob. Rob is back, but only as a vehicle. It would be neat if they would have made it where Rob would be his own character, like in Mario Kart DS, you know? Like, that was cool. And now seeing that the Mario Galaxy movie is out, I feel like we could have had the Queen Bee or Honey Queen being a playable character. Like, you would think that we would be able to play as the Queen, you know? But, you know, they'll do whatever. Because they got, like, different companies working on this. Bandai Namco, I've got who else? What was the company or developer that did the Donkey Kong or Odyssey game? The same guys that made Odyssey and Donkey Kong Bonanza also worked on this. I mean, it was Kart World that revealed the new Donkey Kong design before they even revealed Bonanza in the first place, so it's the same people that's like designing some of the assets. Different developers outsourced to provide either, you know, the assets to the game or the map designs and whatnot, the sound effects and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty neat that they had like multiple companies working on this. Or here's another one. Oh man, that's pretty cool to see that. Large and up close. Hoo-wee. Hey there, Sonic. Fox McCloud, Mario in the same universe for the movie, so it would make sense for games. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they could have updated this game to celebrate the movies, you know? Ooh, there's some lightning. I rarely get lightning nowadays. So it's very rare to even see that. Back and third. Yeah, I don't know. It's I think that's why I feel like you know, it's a very lackluster game, because they don't continuously update it as much, even compared to the mobile game, Mario Kart Tour, which I have access to now. I haven't even installed it yet. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I have it installed yet. But would love to try it, even though I missed out on a bunch of events already. What the heck? And these guys came out of nowhere. But yeah, it would be neat to see, like, in celebration of the movie and or anniversary, if we had some of these characters appear in my Kart World. I didn't have to do a thing. The guys in front of me were already doing it for me. Get out of here. Whee! Oh boy. I don't want to get boomerang. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Look at Toad dance. Nice. 77. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Yeah. It would have been much more exciting if they include more choruses and whatnot. I mean, I wouldn't mind any fries, you know? You can always go for some fries. As long as they're not soggy, you know? I think the worst fries you could get would be McDonald's fries when it's soggy. That is like the worst you can get. But even then, any fries is good fries. I mean, they may not be good, but like, you know, better than nothing. I think that's what I meant to say. So I'll reword that to, any fries is better than no fries. Yeah. But you gotta have fries. I don't know. I feel like the meal would not be finished, or would not be complete without fries. Alright. Just gotta have those fries. Even if it's just the fries alone, like I just, any order, like even if I just want to go like a minimalistic order, like I'll just go for like a regular fries, either size medium, size small, whatever. Maybe a drink to go along with it. It's just a good snack, you know? A snack for any occasion. Like, it just fits any and every occasion. Oh yeah, now that they have the movie on digital, I don't think they even have it on what, Paramount, I think, was the oh wait, I think initially they were supposed to land on Peacock streaming service. I'm not sure it was even up on there yet, but it is available like as a way to own the digital and also rent. But the price to rent the film is like almost up to the amount of owning it. Yes, it's still a fun film. I actually watched it again recently. Saw it in theaters, and then I watched it again on digital. But I feel like I'm gonna have to wait until like Black Friday or something to pick up the Blu-ray. I'll likely get the 4K version. Though there'll probably be a deal for Black Friday on it again. I like how they had it for the first film. Head to Targets will probably be like, I don't know, $15 or something. But not really in a rush to get it. Hopefully by then there'll be other games that'll be on sale. Like I still haven't picked up Bonanza yet, since it's been such a high price. The new Yoshi game I feel like could go on sale. Oh man. 15? It's as if the game heard me say 15 earlier. Oh yeah, you had to try the Picto Nico mobile game that Nintendo put out. Seems like a very like WarioWare kind of game. You think we ever get a DLC in the future? Probably. That's my final answer. Probably. Bum 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 bum. I mean, the generation of Switch 2 has only just started. It's only been a year old, so seeing past history, we've had updates for Super Mario Party, where they added the online play functionality for the first time ever to a Mario Party series. So that's any example or any indication of old games getting new updates. Look at Animal Crossing, New Horizons, that received version 3.0 like years after its release. Yeah. So it begs the question, but I feel like the question is already known to be answered a certain way, and only time will tell, you know? Because you look to the past and see that previous titles have been updated years after release. Seeing that this game has only been out for 1 year, give it some more time. You might see it happen. I think as long as people continue to play a certain game, I think developers are willing to put out new content for it. That goes with any game. But I feel like it should be a known concept by now. So if folks out there are still asking that same question, whether or not Kart World would get DLC eventually, then they'll have to continue thinking about it. They'll never know until they do, right? Oh. Rode off to the side there. I wonder why was there a pipe there, but we can't go into it? It seems so obvious that we could go into that pipe and take like an alternate path to another location, but yeah, it's like a pipe that we can't make use of. Oh man, I needed that mushroom. Oh well. Mushrooms on burgers, yes or no? Actually, I would take mushrooms. As long as they're toasted. If it's the type of mushrooms that's cooked a certain way, so roasting it on like a grill, as you would for like a barbecue or whatnot, like that's probably the best way to have mushrooms on a burger. And sometimes we would do that. We'd get like we'd have like a barbecue at a friend's house and stuff, grill the burgers, add a slice of cheese on it. And then for extra toppings, we can add like mushrooms, toast some mushrooms on the grill. And then add whatever else, you know. And that is the kind of burger that I love. But it's gotta have the cheese though. Yeah, gotta have the cheese. I know there are other folks out there who may not be a fan of mushrooms altogether, and there's other folks who are not a fan of cheese, and I feel bad for them. I feel bad for both sides of the party, who do not like a certain ingredients. There are folks out there who love pickles, and there are folks out there who do not love pickles. You know, they prefer no pickles on their burger. So, I don't know, I feel like some of the flavors are missing if they don't have all of that. I'm the type that likes to have a little bit of everything on there, on top of the main ingredient, that is the burger and the cheese, you know. You gotta have the cheese in there. I can still have a burger without the cheese, but the cheese actually helps break down the meat as you're consuming it. So I like to be healthy, you know. Put all the ingredients on there as one would, so that you can taste all the flavors of what could potentially be the ultimate burger. The ultimate cheeseburger or hamburger, however you want to call it. But I think more recently I would add like pickled turnips and whatnot. There's like a little dish that we tend to do for celebrations and whatnot. And there's a certain name that we call it, but it's pretty much just like cut up veggies, pickled. So they would have carrots in there, bits of carrots, turnips, and some onions in there. And they're all pickled. So when you throw some of that onto a burger, and/or it's good to have with meat. Toss it into a burger, toss it onto like a hot dog or something, or sausage, and some bread if you want to add some bread to it, some rice if you want, and that's a bomb meal. It's a bomb meal. One of my local friends discovered that combination recently. I'm like, dude, I've been trying it for like so many summers that we had the barbecues. And then I guess he just hadn't noticed or something. Or actually it was the burger. He hadn't tried it on a burger. I think that's what it was. And or hot dog. But he's seen me try it on like a hot dog before, I think. Or was it a burger? I think it was a burger. And then he only got to try it out like a few weeks ago. And even he thought it was awesome, so yeah. Dang it, get past these guys. Oh my gosh, I had the golden shroom, I didn't get to use it. Could have pushed past a couple more racers there. But yeah, toppings on a burger. You know, I feel like there's so many different variations that we could do, just to give it more flavor, you know. And again, it depends on the person, what their taste buds can handle, you know, what their tongue can handle. But I don't know, there's like so many ingredients that you can add to the hamburger. And some recipes, they don't even serve in the popular restaurants, you know, so you have to come up with your own recipe anyway. That is, if you want your own customized burger. Because you can only customize so much when you're at a fast food restaurant, you know? And they only go by the ingredients that they offer. Like, you can have a bacon burger without the bacon, with the bacon, or maybe just the bacon only, you know? BLT if you want. Or maybe just a bacon with cheese only. Hold the lettuce. No onions. There's people out there that don't like onions, you know? But I think for me, like, give me everything. I want everything on there. I want all the flavors. Yeah. Then sometimes I want like 2 separate styles. So 2 separate sandwiches, burgers, whatever. 2 separate sandwiches. You know, one side would be a burger, the other one would be like, I don't know, like the more veggie type or something. Sometimes I would have like just the meat and the cheese on top of it. No veggies on there. That would be the simplest, I think, that would go. When you just have the burger and buns with no cheese, nothing else, no condiments, you know, it's a very dry burger. Unless, you know, the burger itself would only offer the fats, you know, the grease of the burger. And then you just gotta down it with like a drink or whatever. But that'll be like a very dry burger, I think, for me. I think for me, I have to have some cheese to go along with it. Like, just a single slice is good enough. Heat it up on the grill, and you're good to go. Like, that is a good enough burger for me. But if I want to go a little extra, you know, just add some onions, maybe some mushrooms if I want to go a little more fancy, you know. Maybe some pickles on there. Sometimes I would toss some relish on there because it's a lot easier to bite into. For me, the relish is just a sweeter, chopped up version of the pickles. Oh my gosh. Could add a star. Can we get a star? Mushrooms, I guess. Mushrooms. Oh my gosh, where do you guys even come from? These guys just coming out of nowhere, man. Look at this guy. Oh, I won't be able to recover from here. Oh, dang it. Man, no bullet bills either. Oh, I see. Because there's a bunch of swoops at the front. No wonder why. Alright. You know what that means. I'm butting out of there. Bunning out of there. We'll convert butts to buns. Butts to buns. Yeah, when I start seeing swoops, I'm out of there. No, back down to 676. Let's see what other vehicle we can probably combine it with. Oh, you know, I haven't tried this one for a while. Tune Thumper. It's pretty good. This one's not bad either. Pipe frame. I'm gonna try this one. Pipe frame. This might be a hidden gem vehicle. How do you call it? Like, what's the correct term for this? To better understand it. Not a hidden gem. It's like low-key best vehicle. I don't know. Low-key something. There's a possibility of being a low-key best vehicle. We'll see. The design of the pipe frame is very reminiscent of the 64 design. Pipe frame. At least that's how they call it back then, I think. The pipes are a little bit thicker looking. This one is thin. But it's definitely on par with the 64 design. Aside from the back. The exhaust is a bit different. Yeah, with the way they designed the exhaust in the end. Ooh, Rainbow Road. We could have gone to Crown City, and that's where I would have gotten my my burger suit. Look at that. Nearly unanimous for Rainbow Road. Look at that. Other than like 2 other players choosing another course. Whenever we see Rainbow Road, it's like nearly unanimous. Because it doesn't pop up too often. It only took like almost 2 hours to finally see Rainbow Road selected. Daytona? The old arcade? Sega? Daytona! Dreamcast? Sega Saturn? Alright. I think this lobby's looking good. Other than that one swoop with the blooper card. Of course they had to go with the meta, right? There's always at least like one player that has the meta setup. Another toad. Another road. Rainbow Road. Oh, can we hit him? I want to see if I can actually hit the Mega Yoshi with my star. My shell's going sideways. I don't know where that polygon went. Ooh, it's a barrel. Oh, I missed it. Got a blue. Oh, it was right there, okay. What do you know? It's a swoop. Silly swoop. It took like a blue shell to take him out. And he's still there. Yeah, you don't need another blue shell to take him out. That's why whenever I see swoops, I'll just butt out of the lobby. Oh my gosh. You saw that? Crash into finish. Look at the toe dance. It's like... Ruben. Daytona. It's the wrong button here. Bum bum bum. Looks like the ads are coming up in a bit. I do kind of want to hop onto Ball Pit to maybe play for like a half hour or so. We'll see. Ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum. Oh yeah, the new game from Yak Club Games is out. Mina the Hollower. Demoed that one during a Steam Next Fest. Seems like a pretty good game. Alright. Man, 2 swoops in this one. It'd be cool. Already led by Swoop, but now me. Oh, got bumped into. Can't even freely do my my jumps. Ooh, there's a swoop back there. Get him! Oh, another one. The wheel just like clips through his face. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, where am I going? Lost my ice flower there. Burger? Here goes the blue. Oh my gosh. The Mega Toad. Dang it. Man, look at all these coins. Sought the fire in the group. Alright. We better catch up here. My gosh. Get your shell away from me. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Good thing I skipped that fireball, man. Look at the toad. Look at Toad. He's shooting that little jig. Ooh, 777. I'll take that. But this is a very mixed lobby. There's like a 5,000, there's a 3,000, some 7s in there. It's very varied. I'll probably do one more. Daytona! Over there. Mario Bros. Circuits. That's like the one spot I can find the burgers at. But it's a very standard looking burger. Tomato, lettuce, cheese. But not specifically the one with the bacon on it. monster truck. What if they want to make a monster truck rally sort of game where you gotta crush the vehicles as much as you can, and all under like Wario Stadium or Waluigi even. Keep on holding that for too long. I feel like it should be like a mini game within Mario Kart World. That way, you know, just only have to own like one game to play it. They should have like a monster truck mode. You know, any new ideas is welcome to this iteration of Mario Kart. Because I feel like the series is in dire need of new modes. Knockout Tour is just alright. It still has something to do with racing, but it's more of a little bit more of like a battle royale sort of thing. But I feel like there should be more modes in general. Time trials is always a goodie. Donkey Kong and Pauline. Sorry, Pauline. Sorry, Donkey Kong. Sorry, Toadette. Gotta make way for the Burger Boy. Man, this is not even the last lap. Looks like we're catching up to Daytona. Ooh! Right after I got the items there. So I lost my items. Ooh, that's a first of the night. My character changed to a charging Chuck. Right there, Burger King right there. I turned into a Burger King, or Burger Prince even. Wasn't there a Monster Jam video game? WWE Crush or Twisted Metal? Yeah, there was. I think there was a Monster Jam on the Wii. Okay, let me let out this first. I'm not sure about Crush outright. I don't think I ever played that one. I played WWE All Stars. That was a fun one. I think that was on the Wii, if I recall. Alright, we're back. Enjoy the clippies. One thing to improve future consoles is what if they would have like multiple slots for cartridges? Like have a 2-slot system, you know? Like how the DS was kind of like that, where it was backwards compatible. Nintendo DS backwards compatible with Game Boy Advance, you know? Like that was awesome. A future Switch system or Nintendo system that is backwards compatible with Switch and Switch 2, and then whatever the next, you know, medium is, or format, would the cartridges still be the same size and shape? We've yet to find out. But or something all brand new altogether. Who knows? It's International Mud Day, so anything that's related to mud. Again, I sort of
correlate each of the streams to whatever day it's being celebrated. It's one of those national days, you know. There's like Burger Day or Star Day. You know, tomorrow's actually Sailor Moon Day, June 30th. It's actually Usagi's birthday. So tomorrow, that's why we're hopping on to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate tomorrow. Because there's Luna, the cat Luna that's in there. Officially in the game as an official collab that they did with Monster Hunter. So you're gonna be, may not be see me on there tomorrow. Playing as Luna, the cat. Not seen this whale. There have been whales that appeared in some of the Mario games. Paper Mario, I think. Yeah, this guy here.
Okay, we're back. First star's like Twisted Metal, but with WWE wrestlers. Oh, nice. That's a neat concept. Let's go back online. Yeah, I never got to play that one. Sounds like a fun one to dive into. Pipe frame. I'm beginning to like this pipe frame. Was that a title on the Wii? WWE Crush Hour. Oh, it came up for GameCube and PS2. Yeah, I never got to play this one. THQ. You're right, it does look like Twisted Metal. That's pretty wild. I think out of all the WWE games, it's the 2000 on N64, which I still have. That was like a hand-me-down game. I guess there was, I don't know if you want to count Pro Wrestling on the NES. It was like one of the first ones I played. But that was like way back. But I don't think that was WWF related. Back then it was you know, WWF. But I don't think it's even tied to either companies. It was just like a wrestling game that was pretty common on the NES. But remember the characters that were on there. It was like the lizard guy, there was that guy with the star for his mask. He had like a pink outfit, but he has a star mask. I use that guy a lot. But and then for a long time I haven't played like wrestling games. Up until I think during the Wii, Xbox 360 era, PlayStation 3 era, there was a game called WWE All Stars. Yeah. And they would have like all the classic wrestlers that you can play as. Hulk Hogan, the Warrior. Who else? There was like a whole bunch of other characters. Classic wrestlers, in the realm of classic wrestlers. And like that was the last like fun wrestling game, I think, for me. Other than that, they would be like the annual wrestling games where you can customize your character, and these would be, there's like a channel that would design all these different characters from other franchises. So they would have like Lil Mac design, character customized design to look like Lil Mac going up against like Goku or Pikachu or something, you know? And it would be hilarious to watch. Because they just enable the CPU to fight each other. But some of the actions are just so hilarious to watch. And yeah, I think each year there would be a new iteration of it. It almost felt like an annual Call of Duty game or something, but in the realm of wrestling. Oop, I better catch up here. Dang it. Oh, there's a swoop again. Okay. Swoop's in the lead yet again. Not surprising at all. Back down to 770. Two swoops in this one. Yeah, WWE All-Stars was the last one for me. Yeah, I played that at a friend's house. I was like, wow, pretty surprised by that iteration. Because it was supposed to be like a spin-off. It wasn't attached to any annual WWE game. And you get all these playable characters and you do all these special moves. And it was just like fun. You know, it put the fun back into wrestling games. Sadly, that was like the only entry that they made for that particular wrestling game. I don't remember if it had online play for that. Hey there, Shrouds. Oh, I like this this design here. That's a very clever design. It's supposed to look like Wario's nose, but they're using like an onion or garlic for the nose, and then the mustache around it. Man, I don't know who they got hired to design all these different logos and stuff, but that's very on point. Hopefully we'll see more of that kind of stuff in a future Mario title. I don't think we'll get a new 3D Wario game for a long while. We've gone like generations without a brand new traditional Wario game. So we had Wario Land Shake It, that was on the Wii. And even since then, during the Wii era, I was hoping they would make like a new Wario World, aka like a 3D platformer in the realm of Wario. So similar to Wario World on the GameCube, which I also have physical version of. Maybe someday I want to maybe feature it on stream, but yeah, a brand new Wario World would be great. If they were to announce a new Wario World in the next Direct, you know, this summer's Direct, that would be wild. I don't think it's gonna be a title that's gonna get people to rush out and get a Switch 2 or anything, but I think it has to be a much bigger title. Let's say like the next Zelda, you know. The next Zelda, for sure, I feel like folks are gonna want to pick up like a Switch 2. Or the next Pokemon. I feel like the Pokemon fans are always gonna pick up Pokemon whenever. Oh, I forgot about the medallion up there. There's a medallion up there. But even for like Mario Kart World, I feel like I think after this entry, I'm not sure if the brand would be as great as it once was, you know? I feel like nowadays, like, I feel like the Mario Kart brand has become stale. Because there hasn't been like any new modes. And I wouldn't say like that would be the main reason. It's not just because they don't have enough new modes. I feel like the timing of the content that they put out for even this iteration, because when you see them continue to put out waves and waves of content, new courses for the previous iteration, that's when the hype for Mario Kart continued to build back on the Switch. So if they plan to put out content in the future for this game, only then, you know, would this game build up hype. Even though this game only just released like last year, there hasn't been any content, new content added to it. There's been updates here and there, but like it's more to balance out the game, quote unquote balance out the game, or fix some bugs or whatever. Couple of swoops in this one. But there hasn't been like new content. Like, you know, we don't know what we're gonna have in terms of new content. But I think once they do put out new content, that's when they're gonna get the ball rolling again for this entry. And that's when this game is gonna be a little more exciting. In its current state, not so much. You know, unless you're just now picking up a Switch 2, you know, in order to avoid the price hike that's going to occur in a few months. And then may possibly, you know, the person that's picking up that Switch 2 could have a chance to enjoy the latest Mario Kart. And just for that moment, you know, for the time that they have it in that first month. I think generally people would just play it within the first month or so, or first week. Even if it's just for like a little bit. And they may not be like the biggest Mario Kart fan ever, you know? Because I would have a local friend who's like not the biggest fan of Mario Kart, but he actually recently picked up a Switch 2 just to own one, you know? Because he hadn't like bought any gaming console for like so many generations up until the Switch 2, but he's always been curious on what games are out on Switch. So him seeing, you know, being able to play some of these newer games, having not experienced some of the past generations of games, like, yeah, there's definitely potential out there of new players joining in on this generation of Nintendo systems and games releases and stuff. Because I see it. I mean, it is definitely happening around me. And they're not even the biggest fan of like the Mario Karts or Nintendo games in general. They're just a fan of tech in general. Oh man, I'm doing so bad right now. Like last right now? What the heck? Let me exit out of this one. My points. But I feel like the general audience would still enjoy simple old Mario Kart. No matter how much lack of content it has, like I think the general audience would still enjoy it no matter what. But I think depending on what Nintendo's going to announce in the coming weeks, hearing that there may be a Nintendo Direct sometime in June, and they usually have one in June anyway, because, you know, E3, or what once was E3, which usually occurs within the first couple weeks of June. But now we have like Summer Games Fest that occurs around the time, so Summer Games Fest usually coincides with like E3 time, and that is like the summer season of new game announcements and stuff. And so to have a Nintendo Direct continue with a planned summer announcements, you know, so they'll likely announce new titles that's going to be arriving to Switch 2 that may be exciting for a lot of folks, and they usually are, you know, when it comes to like the summer directs. There's a lot of like interesting titles. I think even Donkey Kong Bonanza was one title that they announced, I think a little earlier. I forget when they announced that initially. So that game would release in summertime last year, but only the people that would pick up the Switch 2 would be able to enjoy it. At least, you know, they would have access to it. So as long as they continue to keep the hype up for new software, they'll be able to drive the hardware sales. That usually is the case, you know, business side of things. In order to push hardware sales, you gotta have some sort of software to play on there, right? And when it's like an exciting piece of software, then that's you're a winner. That's the title that's gonna win people over, you know? But I think at the moment, I mean, you have to be either a fan of Splatoon series to pick up Raiders, you know. I think at the moment it's just like you just gotta be like a Nintendo player to enjoy Switch 2. So there hasn't been like many titles that's like big enough to attract like non-Nintendo players, if you know what I mean? Like the general audience that maybe but like who want to buy a Switch 2 for different reasons, for different games, and not just like first-party titles. So like to have Hollow Knight on Switch 2, whichever system it's on, I think it's just on Switch. I feel like a majority of that generation of players, they would pick up a Switch just to play Hollow Knight and or Silk Song, yeah. Because there's that crowd of people that, you know, enjoy Hollow Knight and have been waiting for a Silk Song to release, and on a handheld console. So whether it's a Switch 2, or the Steam Deck, you know? And seeing that now the Steam Deck has raised in price by like a couple $100. It's up to like $1,000 for the OLED model now. Almost close to $1,000. I don't know if they count tax with that, but it's very close to $1,000 pretty much for the OLED model. So that alone just costs more than the latest PlayStation. So with all the parts raised in price, the tariffs and stuff like that, that's gonna be a rough time for like Steam Deck, and whatever Valve does with Steam Machine, the prices for that is gonna be a downer for, you know, their products. Then again, like there's always Steam sales that is gonna get people to buy the games, you know. It's the games that's gonna be, again, like driving the systems. People still play games on PC, and most of all on Steam, compared to like Epic Games. Whereas Epic Games would put out games for free, they actually have a new set of games for free right now, today. I think Calico is for free right now on Epic Games, part of their weekly freebies. But I feel like more people are willing to play on Steam rather than Epic. But that's the one thing that Epic has going for them, is just the freebies. But not to say that Steam also has its own array of freebies too, depending on, you know, the publisher and developer. Are you hearing this, Trams? I hope you're listening, because you can probably learn a thing or two about like some of the happenings in the background of some of these PC clients, such as Steam or Epic. But going forward, I feel like digital games are very much the future, I think, when it comes to playing on PC. But playing on PC doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be stuck at a desk playing on, you know, the tower PC that's meant for the desktop, because we have all these portable PC machines. It could be on a laptop that is portable. You can bring it around with you to multiple places as long as you have enough battery power to play them. You can play on Steam Deck and or other Steam Deck-like devices, like an Asus ROG Ally. And there's sure to be more handheld PCs like that along the way. So it depends on the manufacturer that's going to be making those products and how they price those products. Yeah, and how they market those products too. Like, not everyone would know about the ROG Ally from Asus. They might know about the Steam Deck, and maybe some out there might not even know that there's a Steam Deck at all. Whether or not Valve has any of these products on the market. Unless they're like a frequent shopper, or they pay close attention to the gaming scene or something, you know? How would people know about like the Steam Deck? Unless they see advertisements on it. And they'll be like, hey, if, say, like, a customer is just walking through the mall, and then on the screen they would see like a commercial for, you know, various products, like a perfume, you know. Commonly you would see like food commercials or perfume commercials or something, clothing commercial, Target commercial or something, but you don't necessarily see like, oh, there's a commercial for like the next Steam Deck model. You see a Nintendo commercial or something, you know, because the marketing side of things, some of those major companies can afford the marketing to push that ad out there to their extended reach, as far as, you know, putting a commercial to play in a Target store. Whereas, would Valve be the type to afford that? They probably can. Then again, it's up to those companies to spend that amount of money to for the marketing. so that they can extend their reach to advertise towards potential customers to get that product out there, you know? Because you don't necessarily find a Steam Deck in a Target. Maybe at a GameStop, physically, but I think the official way to get it is through Valve's website. So they have to set up their own online store for folks to order, you know? And then at one point early on, Gabe Newell, the CEO of the company, was willing to deliver the system straight to your house by hand, by foot even. Like there's a video on that where he delivers I think the first Steam Deck to whoever that lived in that house, or not necessarily the first Steam Deck, but you know, he made that delivery himself. The owner of the company, like, how fantastic is that? You know, you don't see many CEOs do that, like delivering their own product to a customer's house. You know, I don't know how I'm still losing points there. All right, let's check out a different lobby here. Yeah, man, and that goes for any product. Like if you're putting out like a perfume, like a perfume bottle, or how about what's another one, a toothpaste or something, and you don't see a commercial on it, you know, who's gonna know about your product if you don't put a commercial for it, you know? And then you got to think of like where your potential customer would be at, you know, where would they shop at, where would they frequent. So that's why you want to put your ad in places where your potential customers may see them, you know, so that they know about your new products. You know, when you become a business person, like you think about all these things and how to market a product. Let like when you make a game, when you make an indie game, you either put it out for free so people can play it for free, and then in the later release you put out a second game and then you charge like $1 for it. Because when people become familiar with your first game that is a free product that you can get on Steam or mobile or something, they may potentially come back to try out your second game and then pay you that $1, you know, per customer, because they trust your first product. You know, that is the strategy nowadays when it comes to putting out a game on Steam or whatever. And this is all within the indie scene, you know. There'll be games that, say, the developer of Peak has put out. I think they had a free game in the past, or they just had another game, or a few games before they put out Peak. Peak was that mountain climbing game that was popular at one point last year. It was a big hit last summer. You see me play it. But they've had other games that they made in the past, which is why I was very keen to pick up Peak, because I played and featured Content Warning, which was a free game that they put out in the past. It was on Steam, and only on Steam, and I enjoyed that one. So it was a multiplayer co-op, multiplayer or friends lobby, if you want to call it that. It was like a horror game, you know. So the same team that made Content Warning went on to make Peak, and then again it became like a hit title without them even knowing that it was going to be a hit. So that game was charging like, you know, $4, $70 or $7 or whatever. Very affordable, you know. Whereas Content Warning was a free game initially. It was only free for like one day, so you either had to have a Steam account to claim it for free for that first day. Then after the 24 hours of that launch, it would charge like $6 or whatever, $4 or whatever, and still very affordable, you know. So the word would spread about this one game, and you know, it's through word of mouth is how you popularize this one new indie game. And that's the strategy nowadays. You gotta think of different strategies on how to market your product. Make a game for free for 24 hours on launch, and then you can start charging you know, a few bucks the rest of the way. And then on the next title, you just put out you know, the game for a few bucks again and have people enjoy it. So yeah, it depends on, you know, I don't know how the game is, or multiple games, how the games are. But like, you know, within those few years of putting out different titles, you sort of gain the trust of your customers. And therefore, you know, whatever game they put out next, it could fit within the interests of past customers. It may not fit the interests of past customers, but they at least see what the team is up to, you know, when it comes to game development. But at least we see the style at which they make, which is like sort of this friend slop sort of multiplayer game, you know. This one has a bunch of soups. I'm gonna have to watch out for this one. Yeah, the add-on content, yep, the DLC. I feel like there's this past topic or conversation has been stemming from releasing content for this particular Mario Kart, so I just got into talking about like indie games and whatnot. I'm just excited for games in general. And Summer Games Fest is coming up really soon, so we may see some exciting titles. I know I will be, because usually summertime is when we start seeing some really exciting announcements. So it's gonna be a lot of things that I'll be looking forward to and will be linking in all the servers, you know, just spreading around my excitement for video games yet again. It's that time of year where we become excited for video games again. And, you know, with the Switch 2 being only like 1 year old, you know, fresh new console right out the gate, there's bound to be some exciting announcements from Nintendo. And that's just only Nintendo, yeah, just the first party titles, but we'll start seeing some third party releases as well for the system. Oh. I mean, not to say that there's already some third-party stuff that's already exciting. Oh, and also seeing that my friend Bun has also picked up a Switch 2. But he's also looking forward to the next model. There's a patent for an upcoming Switch 2, possibly a revision. So if you haven't picked up a Switch 2 yet, there may possibly be a new model coming up really soon. Ooh, wow, just escaped that one. Where you can flip the Joy-Cons upside down. I don't know why you would, but you can attach the Joy-Cons to the side upside down. But I mean, that's a neat idea, just in case, like, one were to reverse. Oh, you know what? I think that would be a good idea because it fixes the, I'm looking at my Switch 2 right now. It fixes the issue of the alignment of the sticks, I think. Yeah, I think they have to release a second Joy-Con where the right side would have the stick on the top. But if they were to make it so, no, that would be weird because the other Joy-Con would be reversed on the other side. So I'm not sure if that would work that way. But they're planning to make it so that the Joy-Cons can be flipped upside down. It's hard to explain it without showing it, because my console is like already docked to the dock, so I can't really show it. Let me see if you can find my other Joy-Con real quick. Dang it. Okay, so pretend this is the Switch console, right? Say like this is the Joy-Con on the side. So we would normally hook the Joy-Con on the side like this. Look, the patent would make it so that you can actually flip it around. Let's see, like this way. So it goes like backward, like that. Or I guess from bottom to top, like that. And then reverse, boop, boop, like that. So both sides, you can attach the Joy-Cons to the system pretty much any way or both ways if you want. So that is going to be a thing, possibly? Or at least that's a patent that they put out. And it doesn't always mean that, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to make that happen. Because there's been patents in the past where, you know, they would turn it, they would make it a patent, but it hasn't been made fully. So like there's been other products in the past, like say the Wii sensor, what do you call it? The Wii, it was supposed to be like some sort of a sensing units. I forgot what they officially call it, like Wii sensor something, where you gotta wear this clip on your finger for the peripheral to detect your heartbeat. Yeah, because it would clip on the tip of your finger, and I can see it working well for like a horror game or something, or like a medical game. And this was meant to be an accessory, like an add-on peripheral for the Wii. But they never came out with it. They never released that particular peripheral. So it could end up being something like that, where it's just a patent that is just put on the shelf and never to be made, you know? So it could be another one of those. Because it's happened so many times in the past, where there's like different patents here and there. We would know about it, but they may not even put out a product on the market at all. Like it will just be like a prototype. And we may not even see that prototype ever on the market unless we go to the Nintendo Museum to see them, you know? And for the folks who have gone to the Nintendo Museum in Japan, they would see all these different prototypes that's ever invented over at Nintendo's research labs, right? And, you know, they're not allowed to snap photos to show it to the public. You're only able to see it there at the museum. And also, by the way, Nintendo has a museum, just in case you hadn't known yet. Yep, there is a Nintendo museum in Japan. And you're able to travel to Japan to visit it if you're interested in enough. You can see all the products that they invented decades ago. Back to like 100 years past. Keep in mind, Nintendo's been around for like over 100 years. Probably like 125 years by now, at least. But they've got all these different products that they've made in that museum. Even some that we have not ever seen in public before. Even products that they had before they started making video games, yeah, they're in that museum. It was the age before the Mario. But I think it's just due to the video games is how they got into the entertainment business. I guess with the background of making toys, making playing cards, and they've experimented with a whole lot of things and not just entertainment side. I mean, there's been love hotels, taxi business, but it was just all like in Japan only though. But they've made toys that I feel helps along the way when they got into making arcades and eventually home console systems because of the video game crash in 1984. 1983, 84. So I guess around 84 is when they start to ramp up and release their home consoles for stateside. Because Atari was failing so hard around that time. I feel like not many people are aware of the video game crash of 83. So I think it's important to brush up on video game history. Which is strange because like Atari is still around even to this day. It's just that back in that era, there's just a lot of there's a lot of games that were not of high quality, or so they claim. Which is why we saw the an abundance of the E.T. games. You know, the infamous E.T. video game on Atari was actually dumped. There was so many copies left over that no one bought that they had to dump a lot of those copies in the desert in the US. Somewhere over on the western part of the Midwest part of the US. And there's a whole document on that too. Even AVGN had a whole video on it, a couple of videos, on his journey to find that buried copy of E.T. for Atari. Which is hilarious, by the way. But it was probably, you know, due to the quality of those games where I feel like the majority of players were fed up with, you know, playing video games at that time. Because there was just not anything exciting. Like that E.T. video game was nothing like the movie, you know? Oh, I should have gone a little faster. Man, more swoops. We keep on going to lobbies that has swoops in them. This is worse than even the previous one. It's a shame that they're the Japanese players too. Yeah, it's just about the time when the Nippon players hop on. And I guess the majority of games back then were heading to like the popularity of PC games, games that you can play on your personal computers, were also abundant just around the video game crash. And even today, I feel like the majority of folks kind of prefer playing video games on their personal computers. So it's happening again, like in '83. There may be an abundance of, you know, games, but like if the games start to lose their, I don't know, their the amount of content, their level of quality, you know, like would one consider this particular Mario Kart a quality title? Some could argue yes, but then like there's still time for this game to qualify as a quality title. But then again, there's like a lot of like other slop out there that's being created and released for no reason, you know. There's a lot of slop to surf through in all the shops, not just Steam, to find the good games, you know, to find the good titles during like a sale or something, you know. Yeah, you better get out of the way, Swoop. It's funny because like I wanted to unlock Swoop and use him a long time ago, and then now seeing that the popular meta character to use is the Swoop, it's like, man, now I don't want him anymore. And also the blooper cart, I feel like that is another combo that people tend to use. It's almost like, I wouldn't say it's like a cheating character or anything, but like, much like Oddjob in GoldenEye. Even though they're fun to use, but like, you just gotta do a little bit extra to take out Oddjob. Whereas this is like more of a racing game, it's not like a shooting game or anything, you know? Oh, let's go this way. GG! Watch out, that guy's got fire. Whee! Nice. Wow. No swoops in the top 5? Let's see. Oh, there's one. There's a Japanese player too. Man, what is up with these Nippon players, man? Shaking my head on these Nippon players for using swoops. Swoops, swooping in. Alright, I'll probably go for a little bit longer. A few more rounds, maybe. Boom, 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 boom. I'm glad I was able to unlock this this burger outfit. Wow. Look at the sharpening of this this little hill here. Man. Check out the big acorns on that tree. This tree reminds me of the one that's in New Pokemon Snap. I'm meaning to hop back onto that. one of these days. Get some more photography in. It's been a long while. Ooh, let's see what's over there. Let's grab some food while we are here. Pancakes! Ooh, look at that. Yummy pancakes with honey. Over here, over here! Oh man. Imagine IHOP. It's like shopping at a... going into an IHOP drive-through. Or drive-in. Like how the sting bees are on them. Ice cream on the top. It's pretty neat. This would be great for Pancake Day. I think Pancake Day is like sometime in like January or February. Like Q1 of the year. So it's already passed, I guess. I think Waffle Day was pretty recent too. It will be like a little after Pancake Day. Although I feel like there's more fans of waffles than pancakes. Whenever the question arrives, like I feel like most people would choose waffles. I think waffles is more of like a Western thing. I don't know. Whereas like pancakes is everyone knows pancakes. Even if it's like a little more plain looking, the recipe is still the same. It's just the shape. The only difference is the shape, you know? But I've seen some reasonings on why one would choose waffles, and it makes sense, where each of the squares can carry, you know, a little bit of the syrup or the butter, you know. Which I think in that sense it works fine. But I think for me though, I would probably prefer pancakes because you can make art on those pancakes. Wait, how come I didn't get shot? I didn't get shot for that. I was probably like mid-transformation there. A big bow! Ooh, bow is good too. The bow is the little dumpling thingies. We call those bow. Sometimes would have meat inside. They're like little pastries. Not really little, but like they're pastries that have like meat on the inside. They're not fried, but they're like steamed pastries. Sometimes there would be pork. Sometimes they would put like egg in there, and that would be the bao. It's like a Chinese thing. Oh, get back here! Should have kept that banana. Top 5. Good thing there's no swoops in this one. Swoops are banned. Notice that there's some 5,000 point players in there. Oh, 3,000. It's a bit mixed, but as long as there's no swoops though. Good call, Cammy. Good call. Ooh. Good luck. Do, 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 do. Oh, check out that sunset. Do, 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 do. All right, we're almost reaching the o'clock really soon. I think I'll do maybe a couple more races. I don't know. Get a few more races in right now. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. Yeah, someone would suggest that there may be like a video game crash 2.0 that would occur, you know? Like, it seems to be heading that way, but I think it's different this time because there's actually free-to-play games that we can still enjoy, you know, during this supposed video game crash, right? It's just the price of the hardware that goes up. I should have meant that earlier. Just in case, you know, folks were still listening about that topic. Yeah, it's just the price of the hardware that goes up, where the software can still be priced either lower, higher, you know. That can happen too, because I think as I don't know if folks even noticed, but like some of the more recent titles going forward this year, Nintendo has put out, say for example, the new Yoshi game. The way they price their products now is that the physical version would cost like the regular price of like 70 or whatever, 60, 70. And then the digital version would be like $10 less. Yeah. It'll be $10 less. So it was like, well, like $50 for the digital, and then 40 or $50 for the digital, and then the physical would be like $10 more. So it'd be like 60, 70. And then you look at the upcoming Star Fox game. Yeah. So it was like the physical is like whatever 50 or whatever, or 60, and then the digital is like 40 or 50. I saw that I looked on PlayAsia and I saw that there's a bundle you can get. Star Fox for Switch 2 would be like $40 or something like that for pre-order. That is if you bundle it with the Star Fox plush that is exclusive to Japan for some reason. There's like an array of the Star Fox team. So there's a Fox McCloud. I think I put the Fox McCloud one to the cart to bundle it with the game, and it came out to like $70 or something like that. So not only you get the game, but you get the plush to go along with it. The plush costs like, I don't know, 20 or $30 or something like that. And yeah, it's pretty neat to get a bundle like that, where the game itself will just cost like $40. So that's pretty neat. And that is for the multi-language version of it. Oh my gosh, I just noticed the dinosaur prints on the ground there. Kind of resembles the the fire flower. The old fire flower. But yeah, I think I'm keen to maybe pick up that Star Fox whenever it's ready to release. So that'll be next month. I think a little bit after Summer Games Fest. I think during Summer Games Fest, we may have a Nintendo Direct and or Treehouse to further see more on that game. And we'll likely see more announcements along with it. But I think they'll try to hype up Star Fox as much as they can before the release. And yeah, I think I'm keen to maybe pick that up at launch. And again, like, if only they would price these games more attractively, you know? Like $50, I'm willing to pick it up. Even though it's like a remake, but it's an IP that's been dormant for like 10 years, so any iteration at all for that particular franchise is a welcome addition, you know? And seeing that it's got like online multiplayer, so it's Star Fox. And what way to get to just repeat the same story, right? As long as it's got the multiplayer components, I think that's what's going to be important with that entry. And from the previews, it looks really good for the graphics engine that they're using. Oh, and hopefully maybe sometime in the near future they could put the GameCube titles to the GameCube app. So Star Fox Adventures, Star Fox Assaults, you know, the one that I recently broadcasted. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I did a whole playthrough of Star Fox Assaults recently. I got the original on GameCube. So that could end up being something that they can put out for the GameCube app, for the Switch Online. Go! I'll take 9th. Or 8th. The toe jig. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. But yeah, I think that'll be a great summer game. Or if they put Wave Race Blue Storm, I mean, I wouldn't mind playing Blue Storm. I just want to see how that game looks with the water effects and stuff. Because that was the one iteration of Wave Race that I hadn't played. They should also put the Game Boy Wave Race to the Game Boy app too. I think they had it for Virtual Console, but for them to put it on the modern Switch Online would be neat. But I think the best iteration is always going to be the 64, which I feel like it should maybe replay again. I have that on the original cartridge. One of the first games I have ever owned on a 64. But I played it, I think, so much. I love it. I love every bit of it. The local multiplayer, unlocked all the things, even the Arctic stage. But you gotta play that on hard mode to unlock it. Eventually, they would re-release it on the Wii Virtual Console, so I would have that version, along with Mario Kart 64, Mario Parties 1 and 2. And then onto the Wii U, they re-released it again, the Wii U Virtual Console. So I would own it on there as well. I think the day that they announced it for the Switch Online N64 app, I didn't have a subscription to Switch Online, so I just bought it on the Wii U Virtual Console just to relive my nostalgia. But it was actually pretty neat to play it on the Wii U, because you can swap the screens around to both the gamepad screen or like you can just mirror the image over to the gamepad screen, or just have it on the regular monitor or TV screen. There's like different control options for it, whether you want to use the gamepad or the Pro Controller. Yet to release the N64 controller for the Wii or Wii U, but there were adapters where you can hook up your old original N64 controllers to play on the system. But you gotta get that adapter, which costs like $25 or so. Up until with the Switch, they would come out with a reiteration update for the N64 controller for the Switch Online, which came out a few years ago. And I remember that being sold out until it came back in stock, and then I think it's still available now. There's probably less people buying it now. And same thing with the GameCube controller. That's another one that they recently put out for the Switch or Switch Online, but then you can only get it from the Nintendo store, online store, I mean. Oh boy. And then also the Virtual Boy stuff, so that's like another strange product that they re-release. Arguably, maybe not so much an argument, but it was like one of the worst Nintendo products when it comes to the realm of video games. The worst video game console to put out. But it's fun to see Nintendo just having a ball with their own mistakes, you know. That is if one were to consider that being a mistake. Ooh, I better catch up here. Give me a bullet. Nice. 7. I thought I had 8. Yeah, get past those swoops. We got one swoop that's in front of me. Psychophats? Does Nintendo have reward points? Indeed they do. Here, let me back out of this lobby so I can actually show a little bit of it. So you might sometimes see me boot up into the Switch Online app, which I can show you right now. So just in case, maybe sometime down the line you were to pick up like a Nintendo Switch, or even if it's like a used one, you can probably get one for like $100 or something. Or a Switch 2 for a few $100 more. This is the UI, this is the home screen. You browse your games this way. It's very simple, very basic. Not many people are a fan of it. But it's a bit of a downgrade from, say, their past systems like Nintendo 3DS or the Wii or even the Wii U. At least those systems, operating systems, would have music playing in the background, you know, because as you see me feature some of the past systems, they would have the music. Even the GameCube, you know, the GameCube didn't have like a home menu like this. They would have like a settings menu that you can, you know, manage your save files and whatnot. And even that settings menu had music in the background. Anyways, so there's some quick app launching or launch where you can browse for the Switch Online. So you can go here, log in to your accounts, and then from here you can see news posts or any updates for the Switch Online in relation to Switch Online. And it looks like they added some Pikmin soundtracks to the Nintendo Music app. This is the mobile app that you can listen to Nintendo Music and stuff the official way. I will check to see if they add new icons and whatnot for me to redeem. They recently added, or at least planning to add, the Donkey Kong 64 to the Nintendo 64 app. This is part of the expansion pack for the Switch Online. So it's like a higher tier. You gotta get this pack to play the N64 games and the GameCube games and Game Boy stuff. Without the expansion pack, you can only play like the NES and Super Nintendo. But if you want to play N64 and stuff, you gotta get the expansion pack. It's like a higher tier. But there's like different options. Here's a game that's on the Switch Online. If you're a Switch Online member already, you can play this game for free up until June 1st. So this Ball Pit that I was thinking to hop onto. So you just gotta download it onto your system and then you can start playing. Maybe tomorrow, either tomorrow or I don't know, Saturday or Sunday. Hopefully I can fit some time in to maybe play some Ball Pit or something. Because it's currently part of Game Trials, which we don't see enough of. And upon even booting up the game at all, downloading it and then booting it up once, you get like 100 points towards your Switch Online account. So here's how you can check for your points. Scroll down to missions and rewards, and then you scroll up here. There's platinum points up here. And yeah, you can also check online through the website my.nintendo.com. Log in, make sure you have your account info, and yeah, just log in and start collecting points. You do all these missions here, and then each specific mission would have its own number of points that you can collect. So here's that Ball Pit one. So the instructions are written right underneath, and it's just to boot up the game. Boot it up once while you have your subscription to Switch Online, and you get an additional 100 right off the bat. So the more points you collect, the more you can use those points on like icons and whatever they have at the Nintendo Store, the online store. I think they rebranded to just Nintendo Store. It's no longer called My Nintendo Store. It's just Nintendo Store now. So they rebranded it a little bit. So typically there will be like, these icons that you can redeem. There'll be wallpapers and stuff on the website. So if you log into my.nintendo.com, you can unlock a lot of those things. So here's more examples here. Some physical stuff. You can see like a little cloth, some bags, stickers, pins and stuff. Those are some of the common stuff. But you can get like game cases, and sometimes they would have posters. My sought after items to get would be the posters and the soundtrack CDs. Sometimes they would have shirts, apparel, maybe hats, scarves, bags, whatever, There's all sorts of things that you can get from the Nintendo Store. And essentially they're just like items that you can get from the actual physical Nintendo Store that you can find in New York or California or in Japan. These are just like physical items that they set for the online store that you can redeem with your platinum points. Or they used to have the gold points at one point, but they expired those gold points. It's now just the silver platinum coins or points that they use now. So there'll be like desktop wallpapers or wallpapers for your phone that you can redeem. Sometimes there will be free wallpapers. These are just the wallpapers that you use for your computers and stuff. But majority of the time, they would be like they would cost like 50 platinum points to redeem them. And they're all on the site, so do check that site out. And this will be something that I would continuously show just in case folks are just not aware of these things, you know. They just never owned like a Nintendo console or just haven't owned one for a long time. And this is just something that Nintendo's been doing more recently. Here's the controllers that I was talking about earlier, the GameCube controller. I still use my original GameCube controller. I just use an adapter, and this is the adapter that I use it to connect to my system. This is actually compatible with like PC and stuff too. But I would use it for like Switch and stuff. There's the N64 one. There's the Virtual Boy. This thing costs like $100 just to get this thing. There is a cheaper model, which is the cardboard version. This one here is a cardboard version, or how would they call this one? It's like a cheaper version of it. $25 or something out. They even got the Super Nintendo one, wireless controller. They even have the Sega Genesis one to play the Sega Genesis games, so yeah. Yeah, it's worth checking out. Oh, I don't know what this thing is. 100 gems for Kirby Clash? Some other stuff there. But yeah. I think it's worth getting a Switch Online if you own a Switch. That way you can play online, like Kart World here. Let's do one more race. Oh my gosh, the music is the Mario Paint. Man, I haven't hopped onto Mario Paint for a long time. Bum bum bum. If only they increased the slot space for the saves. I would hop onto Mario Paint a little more, so I can do some more arts. Hey there, Sky Ninja. Yeah, Mario Kart is fun. Fun to a certain extent. So until you're getting your butt kicked all the time by the swoops. That's when you want to change things up. I tend to from all the races that we've done so far, I noticed that there's a lot of swoop players. Those are the kind of players you want to avoid when it comes to the online races, because they're just way too fast. And I don't think they're going to be debuffing or nerfing that character anytime soon, so we don't know when they're going to update this game to do that, to start doing that, so that's why I have to like continue to avoid the swoop players until that happens. But I thought to hop on this because Burger Day is today. I'm gonna be maybe fitting just one more race in before I close out. I was just talking about the all the benefits of Switch Online and owning a Nintendo console generally. But I know. I think it's up to the player too. There will be like folks out there who may not be like the biggest fan of like some of the Nintendo franchises, but there's at least, I don't know, I feel like there's at least one title that anyone can enjoy on the system. And like say Cyberpunk 2077 for example. It might be a bad example, but I don't know how well that game runs on Switch or Switch 2, but that's like an example of what, you know, we don't expect like a, you know, a fast or high frame rates, you know, state of the art game to run on this particular system. I feel like, in any case, I feel like there could be some frame drops in that iteration of Cyberpunk. I don't know how well optimized that game is on the system, because I haven't seen it. But I think if the general consumer doesn't mind the technical aspects of, you know, big games like that, then just knowing that the game is available on the system, then yeah, I feel like there's titles that people can enjoy and just play on a portable system like the Switch 2 and or Steam Deck. I don't know if it's even available on Steam Deck at all, but like I feel like these portable systems are the modern, you know, way to play. Yeah, because it's, I think the Switch in general, I guess Steam Deck as well, where you can take your gaming machine on the go, you know? I think that's the modern day gaming system. I mean, there are systems out there that you cannot take on the go, so they're not to that level. So, whereas I feel like Switch, Steam Deck, and other portable PCs, they're on their way there, you know? It's like taking down two birds with one stone. Play the games, but then like you can take your games with you. Depending on your lifestyle, I feel like certain systems and or games would fit one's lifestyle. And some don't even need to bring the system with them, because even a year after, or if you want to count the very first Switch, I don't see many people carrying their Switch around. But if you rewind back to like the DS or the 3DS age, PSP age, or PS Vita, I saw more people carrying their systems, their more portable systems. Even the Game Boy age, Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color days, Game Boy Pocket days, you know. Back in the 90s, there were, you know, kids carrying their Game Boys and stuff, leading up to the DS. But when it came to the Switch era, the systems are designed much bigger. They got a bigger screen than the previous iterations of a handheld. You know, you look at all the Nintendo handheld systems, Switch 2 being like the one with the biggest screen. It's not a very carryable product, you know? It's such a big system. It's like carrying like a tablet, like an iPad around with you wherever you go, you know? Instead of like carrying a phone. And then in this world where you can just carry your phone, why not just play the games on your phone? But then that's the thing too, like you don't get the Mario Karts, well, specifically this Mario Kart on your phone. You can play Mario Kart Tour, that's the mobile specific Mario Kart, but it's not like playing the actual Mario Kart, you know. It's not like playing Mario Kart 7 on your 3DS or Mario Kart DS, you know. It doesn't play like the actual Mario Karts. That's why the official systems are still the way to go if you want the real experience. But then again, you know, there are still mobile games out there that you can still play for free, and there's a lot of them out there. People still play their Clash of Clans, you know, and Bejeweled. There was actually a Bejeweled game on the DS at one point, from PopCap, I think. I actually own Plants vs. Zombies because I was a big fan of that. I had it both on Steam when it was up for pre-order. The first iteration of Plants vs. Zombies, I was pulled in by the song in the trailer. Due to the trailer, upon seeing it, I was like, oh, I'm pre-ordering this right away. Took a risk with that, pre-ordering that. One of the very rare cases I would instant pre-order after seeing a trailer, because I love the song so much. From the instant that I heard that song in that trailer, by Laura Shigihara, who actually also streams on Twitch. I think we raided her one time when she was promoting her her song, her latest release. Oh no! I was trying to hop back onto the track, but yeah, I own it on DS as well. It actually plays pretty well on there. Oh, here we go. Miss PopCat Games? Yeah. They came to PAX East one year, so you can actually go through here. And they were passing out zombie heads. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad here. They passed out like these zombie heads. I still have them. Like little zombie head plushies in the form of a ball. Kind of resembles like a Mad Ball toy, if you remember Mad Heads or Mad Balls. And it was shortly before they got gobbled up by EA or whoever it was that took over. But they would appear at PAX East. They would have a booth each passing year from 2010, 2011 onwards. And I still, like a decade after, I still have those clips that I've not uploaded anywhere else. There's even some animated GIFs that I captured that I posted to PopCat back in the day. Here, let's do one more. But yeah, PopCat had so many... They were on the rise at the time. I don't know why they chose to get bought by EA, or whatever the company was. I don't remember if Candy Crush was by them or not, but that was like another hit mobile game. But Bejeweled, I remember. What's the Rosalina stage? Peggle, yeah, Peggle. Peggle was the other one. Yeah, Peggle was a major hit. Plants vs. Zombies. I think that is still going. I never got to play the shooter one. They turned Plants vs. Zombies into like a shooter game. I think it was available on like Epic for a moment. It might have been for free too. I don't know. But when they first showed that, when they first announced it, I was like, oh wow, kind of want to try this. But it was only available on Xbox for like a few years or whatever. I never got to play it. Up until, I think they eventually ported it over to like Windows or whatever. But yeah, even to this day, I still have not played that iteration. It seemed fun though. Like it seemed like a Team Fortress 2 sort of thing, even though I sort of I feel like that style of play is like played out. Like I've already had my fill with Team Fortress 2. I don't know. In the realm of like Plants vs. Zombies, I would still be interested in playing it. At that time, I mean. But I still like the old, you know, classic original Plants vs. Zombies. Oh, they actually made a remaster of that original game, which I feel like they didn't even need to make one, but they did one anyway for the anniversary, like 10-year anniversary or something like that. Or was it 15 years? I forgot how long it's been. It might have been the 15-year one because I remember broadcasting that on Ustream. I think there's even a link to like the old tweets below. Actually, I think some of the clips have been ported over from Ustream over to YouTube. But I feel like I should have done it a lot sooner because little did I know that how popular the game was for mobile. And it didn't release on mobile until like a year later or something like that. Whoop. I'm just so poorly right now. Yeah, because I've only played it on the Steam version back when it first released. But I put like hundreds of hours in that. Yay! Get past that swoop. There we go. Astro Pop. All right, 76:45. Anyone have a target channel to ran? Let me know. Otherwise, I think that'll be it for Kart World. I'd like to get back to this someday, but there's just so many games out right now. Tomodachi Life, I was gonna maybe feature this, maybe on Saturday or something. I'll check out my island. I mean, maybe design a new character or something. Saturday, Sunday, I don't know. We'll see. But I'll continue to log into that to check the fountains and stuff, collect the coins that they offer in that. And I gotta think of what character I want to design next. It'll likely be... Oh, I had some ideas for some new characters to design in that, and I'm not sure I want to do them yet. But I'm thinking about it. Utena, yeah. And also Belle Dandy. So if anyone who is familiar with those characters that I just mentioned, that could be a possible candidate to be featured in Tomodachi Life. I think some folks are just looking forward to me hopping onto that again. But sometime soon, I think. Although I think tomorrow it might be Fast Penguin? Maybe some ball pits? I couldn't fit ball pit tonight, but I don't know. Maybe on the weekends we'll get some ball pit in. I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles X. Is that the Switch version or is that the original? I got the Wii U. Still got the Wii U one. Did an unboxing of that many years ago, like 2016 or whatever the year it was that it came out. But I'm glad they were able to port it over to the Switch or Switch 2, whichever system it was. Maybe one of these days I'll get to playing that. At least the Wii U version, since that's the only version that I have. Yeah, I guess we'll be back tomorrow with possibly Fast Penguin. And yeah, maybe get some ball pit in there somewhere. Alright, well, thanks all for joining. Let's take off for now. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of your night and or day. I'll see you next one. Later.